We're at Hydro Connect, we're in Franz Ferdinand's dressing room, and I'm with Alex and Bob. Thank you very much for sparing some time.
Thank you.
To speak to the mighty BBC. Pleasure. Now, you've just done a press conference.
Aye.
That means you've arrived. Tell us about that. What was that all about? You were like, you know, senators up there in front of the press.
It didn't really feel like that. I felt more like we were in the canteen talking.
You were in the canteen.
It does, although on radio it sounds extremely glamorous, doesn't it? But no, we were, sitting in the canteen, admitting to the fact that we hadn't quite come up with a name for the album yet. It's definitely a dance floor record, this one. Okay. Probably a lot more than the last record was.
And production-wise, who's been working on it?
It's a guy called Dan Carey, who's been working on the record, and Dan's been amazing. Like, it's like, so guys that he's worked with recently, you'd know, like Santo Gold or Hot Chip, and who else has he been doing stuff?
Kylie as well.
Oh yeah, he did. You remember that song "Slow" that Kylie did? He wrote and produced that one. I think it was his biggest thing that he did before. Anyway, he's great, and he did lots of things with guys like Sly and Robbie and the Mad Professor and Lee Perry, and so. Although it's not a reggae album, there's definitely dub elements that have been brought in, which like, I mean he goes wild with the spring reverb and the space echo. He's fantastic on that sort of stuff. So yeah, there's I guess that adds to the psychedelic flavour of it. In fact, he's got this. You'd love his studio. Like, he's got so many great things set up. Like he has things like a super slinky hanging from the ceiling, like with a speaker at one end and a microphone at the other. Just
really?
To get like
heard of that
no, I think it's his idea. Right. Like just these kind of crazy ideas, and like we were playing in the room where we were recording, we were like swinging the microphone over the amplifier to get the Doppler effect, you know, like to kind of sound like a dive bomber coming in. It was.
Now, you've been dabbling with your own sort of. You've been buying up recording equipment, and you know you had your own studio for a bit. Is that still an operation?
Well, I mean, it's very much been a kind of like a sort of DIY kind of operation. The room that about February we sort of started getting this room together to rehearse in, and then gradually it developed from a rehearsal room to a kind of a demo room, and then we were kind of listening. In fact, we did some demoing, and then we made a recording down in London, and we came back and we were kind of comparing the demo to the recording in the fancy studio in London, and it isn't a demo, it's a recording. You're making a recording. It's not, and I think the idea of thinking in terms of demos is often a mistake for a band. Like it might be a little bit rougher because it's not in so shiny a studio, but
it's a documentation of what you sound like.
And exactly. It's the performance. It's the performance. It's good, and this is a place that had evolved around us and the way that we are with each other, and it's And maybe it's not a shiny studio.
Have any of those recordings made it onto the record? Or
oh yeah,
as B-sides or anything like that?
I mean, I think this record's a real mixture of some super hi-fi that's come from Dan, but also some real kind of lo-fi stuff's in there as well. Like there's a song called Twilight Omens on the record, and elements of that came about from. I was playing with a synth just in my flat in Denniston, and it was recorded, you know, GarageBand that you get on your computer.
My girlfriend makes tunes on GarageBand.
Well, that's that. It's just the GarageBand recording of in the flat, and so like some things are super lo-fi like that, and then it's just a mixture. Whatever sounds good, you know. Like.
Yeah, sure. No, I can't wait to hear it. I mean, obviously you can stream songs from franzferdinand.co.uk at the moment.
Yeah. I think we'll be sticking a few more things up. It was quite fun, sort of building that. Like on the website, there's a little record player which I think you've seen. Like,
It's good. It's good. It's got a crackle on there, so that people can't rip it off.
Well, yeah.
It's a good touch, though. I think that's good.
But I think we'll be putting more songs up on that as well.
Well, it's really good to see you. Have a great gig.
Cheers, mate.
And we'll see you soon. Do you know roughly when the record's going to come out?
January.
2010.
Yeah.
9.
Right. Okay.
I don't know what the date's going to be, but January is pretty much the plan. I think there'll be other stuff out before then, but.
Well, I always like the artwork and everything that accompanies it as well. So I look forward to it. Enjoy your gig, and thanks for chatting to us.
Thanks, Vic.